you picture this? You know, rocking with CYPT. Podcast of the D with Clay and the crew. It's like my CTV. They be giving game out so much, you could take the same route. Especially if you take risks, this YouTube view makes sense.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? You're listening to the CYPT podcast. It's the podcast of the strongest, fastest, most powerful print shirt, t-shirt / print shop on this side of the Eastern Seaboard. I'm just Miles.
It's your boy Boogie behind the camera.
I'm Fearless.
I'm Kay.
What up, though? What up, though, everybody?
So,
Hey,
how long has it been since we were in here?
it's been a minute.
About 2 months.
It ain't been that long.
It's been
about
a good 2 months.
First of all, I want to apologize to all the CYPT fans that watch us every week. I know it's been a minute since we were on air, but that's why we came up with this topic we talking about today.
Yeah, we appreciate you sticking with us.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
because it's definitely been
A hell of a June.
it's been a wild summer.
It's been a hell of a June.
Yep.
With graduation season.
Oh God.
Everything. Summer always is kind of wild here, though. You
Bro,
know?
with graduation season, this
Spring,
summer
summer season.
It was different.
Every time.
Everybody got a stall. Everybody got a hat.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Everybody got some wild stand-ups.
Everybody got T-shirts
People
for
went
their
out.
families.
They went all out.
They went all out.
I
Went
do,
all
yeah,
out for graduation.
They
Like,
did.
that's-
They did.
That's what the community does.
They did. And actually, they still going. And we doing some hell of a projects right now for the send-offs.
Yeah, those fans are cool.
Yeah, them boxes are cool.
What boxes?
Them
You
custom
see
box?
the custom boxes.
That we built. Yeah, it's something that we never did before.
Yeah.
Customer wanted, hey, can you do this? Well, you can describe it. If you can picture it, yeah, we can too.
Them
You know,
blocks back there was for
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly what you're thinking. Yes.
oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Nah, I've never seen us do that before.
No, we never did that, but we was on for the challenge.
So look, we got to talk about
Biting off more than you can chew.
burning yourself out, taking on everything
And
left
anything.
right.
Can you do it? Yeah. How long can it take? Yeah, we get it back tomorrow. I know we the strongest,
Fastest.
most powerful.
T-shirt / print shop on this side of the Eastern Seaboard.
Ooh. But yeah, you gotta limit yourself sometimes.
Yeah, but the money be looking good.
Yeah, but
It
the money can also look good, and it can also cost you. And we're
The
gonna-
money can cost you.
Yes.
Yes.
Explain that. The money can cost you.
So you know when the money be coming in, and you want it. I mean, of course, bring it. We gonna take on the challenge.
Right.
But when
Time. Do we have enough time to take on all those projects that we?
and the quality of the work deteriorates. And I know the people want it, you know, so we've done some late nighters up in here, which caused us not even to do some of the podcasts because we were working.
True.
Trying to, you know, we got to get the stuff out for the
Maintain.
customer. Customer come first. But some of the things that happens is a lot of mistakes can happen when you're just overwhelmed with so much work.
Yeah. Them.
Don't stop.
I say like 1 in every 3 graduation stalls.
We dropped
One in
we
every
dropped
3.
the ball. But they were coming in like
Everybody wanted one. Some people wanted 2.
yeah. And which causes mistakes. So and we learned a lot from that too. So which made us, even in the process of us doing it, by the time we got through the like the middle of June, we was pretty good on.
Well, what would you say the actual problem is when it comes to that quantity that coming in? You know, what would you say is the initial issue, and how do you fix that when dealing with just so much? Because you can't say no.
Yeah, so checks and balances basically. checks and balances.
We normally the people when by the time somebody gets to us, normally they're going, yeah. Everywhere else said that they were booked up, and we are too.
And we are too, but we pride ourselves on being
not
able to
saying no,
being able to do that.
Yeah,
But it'll end up, like I say, it'll end up costing us in the long run by not doing those checks and balances because we're trying to rush it out. So which makes us in turn do something that we normally do, which is check it and say, okay, it's good. Let's go on to the next one.
okay.
But you got to stop and do that. Sometimes you can turn down some of the money. That's why I'm saying you can lose money by not turning down some of the money because you're messing up and you're doing stuff over again. And if you just wouldn't have took it in the first place, you could have made more money.
Do you think it ever evens? So it never evens itself out. The amount of work that's coming in is never, or the turnout is never greater than the maybe mishaps that happen during those times.
Yeah, but look what it does to some of the customers. If you do drop a ball, look what it does to some of the employees by the stress level that's on them, which can cause like health problems, you know.
Some customers, if you can fix it, is
Well, we got some technical difficulties.
there we go.
Oh, wow. Yeah, what was that now?
well. In some cases, if you like a lot of times, if there's an issue, a customer just wants you to fix it, you know, and we're really good at that.
Oh yeah, we've had our share.
And then there's some customers that are really, really loyal, that are like family,
They are.
and they understand that sometimes mistakes happen. Not that that's an excuse, or not that that's something that you want, but I think the fact that we can fix it, that doesn't ever make you go, okay, well, we can bring on more then, knowing that if something goes wrong. Normally, when you take on a project, you've already kind of mapped out if this goes left. You already know how to make it. You already know how to go right. So, would you say as long as there's a contingency plan,
Yeah,
you keep pulling it in, or would you still say avoid that?
No, I would say, like you say, as long as there's a contingency plan, and with that contingency plan, it's allotting yourself enough time, even though you know we can get something done like in say 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We do that all the time here. Like I can't tell you how many times.
Change it to 2 hours. Just change it to 2 hours, just so you give yourself that little leeway room to make things work.
Because I know Keenan could be in the middle of pressing like 100 shirts, and then somebody will come in and be like, you know, I just want a picture on the shirt. Well, to us, that's click clack.
Click clack. We can get that done in 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes, we trying to.
Let's change that 2 minutes to 30 minutes. Therefore, if we get it back before the 30 minutes, call the customer up. It's done already. Yes, yeah, we got it done. But that gives us enough time that if something does go wrong, which things can happen, you may have to fix something that was prior to that. That's going to bag you up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Not getting to that simple thing, which is just a picture on the shirt. Keenan might call me, hey, Clay, we got a problem back here. What's going on? Oh, the press went out. We might have to go fix that, which in turn makes that little project that we could have did in 2 seconds get backed up.
Potentially take hours.
Exactly.
If something that major happens.
Oh, yeah. I've watched it happen.
Yeah, it happens. That happens.
Remember when the all over press went out because it started sparking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that bogged that whole thing down for hours. Those all overs were due.
So the problem. How do you? So my last one is I've worked here a long time. there's been plenty of situations where we are already going crazy. And money talk.
Oh yeah.
Somebody come in talking about they need 2, 3, 4 all overs tonight.
We're gonna do it.
And as
we're gonna do it.
As a shop owner, you know, it's a roller coaster ride when it comes to this print.
Yeah.
One day, you know, it might be coming in like crazy, and the next day, where they at?
Right.
Where they at? Or season. So
is it always eat as much as you can because you don't know when you're gonna eat again?
We sort of had that mentality to, you know, get what you can get while you can get it, so you can store some away for the hard times. But there becomes a.
Are we getting to a point where we're gorging ourselves?
Sometimes it's necessary to eat when you can eat.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how hard it is, but you still have to limit yourself to say, look, okay, that's enough. Because
when is that?
When you can sense burnout, you can sense burnout within your teammates. You can sense burnout within yourself. You just got to really take notice of how you're feeling. You know when you're stressed. You know when it's time to go. And let's just pick this up tomorrow if you can. We don't have to just like stay here like over basically to 2, 3, 4 in the morning, even though we have done it to get things out. But sometimes I'll just say, hey guys, I can look at the team and say,
it's time to go.
We getting sluggish. We starting to make mistakes, and it's time to go. Let's pick this up in the morning. And one thing that I've learned, that when you get up in the morning, that's when you're the freshest. That's when mistakes just, you don't make as many because your mind is fresh, you're well rested. At the end of the day, it's your brain just kind of shuts down.
Can you rest though? Can you sleep? I've left here knowing that there is a project, you know, due tomorrow, and I can't really sleep. I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah. So
how are we gonna pull this off? What time do I gotta get here? Like, instead of staying late, we done left and decided to come in early.
Mm-hmm.
That's not 2 sides of the same coin.
I mean, you could, think like Jack Sparrow.
What would he do?
I don't know. What would he do?
And
anything. He just makes it work.
Yeah. So sometimes you got to make it work.
Just make it work.
And what I do,
Just make it
like,
work.
I know it's a wind down time. You're talking about like when you get home and you're thinking about all the things that you have to do in the morning.
mm-hmm.
So what I and that's where meditation comes in, where you sort of like train your mind to just relax.
You meditate?
Yeah. So pretty much.
What's your definition of meditation? I just can't imagine you.
The whole goal in meditation is to think about nothing, absolutely nothing. And you say, well, how can you do that when your mind is just racing? Which is it's a hard thing to do. It has to be learned. But one of the keys to meditation is just listening to your breath. You'll be surprised that if you listen to your breath, all the other things that you were thinking about kind of disappears by focusing consciously on the sound of your breath. You breathing in, out, and just trying to focus on that, keeping your eyes just like slightly shut, but not like tight.
Yeah.
And you'll just find yourself just in a relaxed state,
Just
relaxing your whole body,
Just get comfortable.
and then bam,
Just get comfortable and breathe.
you can fall to sleep like that. That's what I've been practicing on when it gets difficult for me to go to sleep. I know they say this, you're not supposed to like fall to sleep when you meditate, but
sometimes I just can't do it.
It puts me in a so relaxed mode that I fall asleep. The pros don't fall asleep, but I fall asleep. Yeah.
The only thing I have to say to that is I feel like the problem's still there. Like, I agree. That's a great way to help get some rest. But I feel like the problem is still there. That order is still there.
Yeah. But like I say, when you wake up in the morning, you're fresh. Got your cup of coffee. Mistakes are limited. You're the best when you wake up first thing in the morning and start. That's all. So we can't eliminate mistakes all the way, but we can minimize them, and that's what we try to do: minimize mistakes, minimize stress, minimize all these things, and all those things together added up makes us, better at not making so many mistakes.
Do you have any other ways of cutting down on the either mistakes or stress level? There was rest. There was meditation. What else can you do when it's just coming in and coming in and coming in and coming in and coming in?
You got to give yourself a break. Give yourself a break when it comes in. A lot of times we get in the thick of things and we just don't want to break. We'll forget to eat because we're just like you're just working.
Because there's 20 customers out there.
Yeah. So as a team, you got to kind of rotate everything around and say, hey, go take a break. You take a break. Like a lot of times I see you guys eating and working at the same time because we're trying to get it done. Mm-hmm. And I'm grateful for the will to get it done, but at the same time, it hurts you and the team by not going to take a break. So that's why I want I say, listen, like go back in the break room and take your break away from all the hustle and bustle. So you can relax, your mind can reset itself, and you can go out there and start fresh again. So that's one of the ways you can kind of like control the situation of being stressed out, but not like stop it completely, because sometimes you can't stop it all the way. But these little things combined can help.
I don't know if we can stop it. We have same day service here, most of the time.
Yeah,
most of the time we have same day service here. So a lot of people are expecting they step back.
Yeah,
pretty much just like that. I don't know how. If 10 people came in and 10 people placed a rush order, what time you gonna break? Everybody expect us back in 1 hour.
Yeah,
or less.
You
and they done paid that money.
And that's when it's rare that we can't do it. Like, have you ever seen us not do it? Because we're gonna stop and say, like, we can't.
Can we get this done?
So can we get this done? So as a team collectively, we can assess the situation and say, okay, Lance is working on this. Niles is working on this. Keenan got 100 shirts to do. I may be working on a flyer or something. So being able to come together and knowing what every team member is doing.
You talking about delegation?
Delegation, pretty much. But not delegation. Delegation is more like, I need you to do this, I need you to do this.
Is everyone covering their lane?
Being able to observe.
Are you covering your lane?
Like, who is the strongest to do this job right now? Who has the time on their hands to be able to finish this task? And the communication between us as a whole unit will pretty much determine if we take the job at all. Because you'll say, hey, I got 2 obituaries to do. Keenan might say, I got 200 shirts. Lance, I'm fixing this computer so we can cut again. Mm-hmm. So just being knowledgeable of what the whole team is doing and what they got on their list is key as well. And that's one thing that I do to determine whether we can do this job or not. Because you're going to come to me and say, hey, Clay, hey, this lady wants X amount of shirts. Can we do it? And that's why I'm always assessing what everybody's doing, what everybody got on their plate, just to find out if we can even do it. Sometimes we may have to just turn down that money. And it's not like we're losing money, because we got to make sure that every job that comes in is done correctly, right? Otherwise, it's going to cost us even more money.
Yeah, and I guess it's bad on the name if the quality goes down. And things like
It's
that.
not bad. It's not bad on the name if you can't produce because that customer know they came in at the last minute
No,
and
it's,
they've been
it's just bad
turned
if
down.
you told them, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you don't want to do.
That's
And
90% of the obituaries that come in. Somebody done told these people
yes,
that they can get
that they
these
can get
obituaries
it.
done.
And they come to us last minute.
Yeah,
Here it is. It's 5 o'clock. We close at 7, and they want a miracle.
the obituary, the
And here
funeral's
come-
tomorrow.
The funeral's tomorrow.
A literal miracle.
And you know, a lot of times we feel so bad for these people because, like, going to a funeral without an obituary, it's just like
I know.
I can't let this happen to you. So
I
that's
can't show
why-
up with nothing.
Yeah. So that's why, you know, sometimes it's like, okay, hey, Niles, I know you was going out on.
But can you always be Superman though?
You can't always be Superman, and but it's good. Don't that make you feel good when you can?
No, it does. But that's
Help them.
where that conundrum comes in. I know I'm 2 obituaries down already, but this person crying like mama done.
Yeah, and but that's what we do it for. You know, that's the feeling that you get when you can like come through for a person, especially at a time of need like that. Because I can imagine, like, if I'm on the other side of the counter and someone else has dropped the ball, and I can come through and help. It's been a number of times where we've done that, and I couldn't have done it without you all in agreement of it. You know, I couldn't have done that.
Well, if it's something, I try not to take an order like that. Like, I really need to know I can pull it off. Most of the time, if I take a crazy order like that, it's something I know that I can technically do by myself, but I don't want to do that. Like, a lot of times I got to stop and be like, hey, Lance, is this something that can, you know, actually be done?
Right.
It may not be my field, you know?
Right. That might, and that's the
I hate that.
that's the importance of knowing each other's strengths, you know, and weaknesses. So if I know, you know, you the man for the job, or I know Keenan is the man for the job, I know, you know, Lance is the man for the job, we go to that person first and say, hey, can this be done? And when they tell us yeah or nay as a team collectively, that's where I make the decision at and say, hey, either, sir, I can't do this, or, you know, or we will help you out. But 90%, 99% of the time, we'll take that task on. And customers greatly appreciate it. And I feel like that's how we build a lot of our business,
Return
by
customers.
just going that extra mile to make, you know, the customer happy, because they know the situation that they're put in. And as a shop owner, me hearing like someone else has dropped the ball makes me don't want to be on the other side. If somebody goes to another shop and say, this company,
You don't want to be
I don't
who they
want to be
talk
that
about.
guy. I don't want to be that guy that they say, this is who we're talking about.
They couldn't do.
Because bad news spreads faster than good news. So somebody will go out and bash the hell out of a business
Quickly.
more faster than they'll tell something good about it. Because just think about it. Anytime a company has done you wrong, you telling the world. And then they did this. And then they did that.
Quick to protest.
Quick.
Real quick.
20, 30 times. You're going to tell it.
They can get it right like 100 times. They
As soon
get
as
it
they
wrong
ask for
101.
As soon as they ask for that nice survey, you like, oh, well,
you really expect that from them. So, you know, but when the minute you drop the ball, let me tell somebody what this company did to me.
I'm so disappointed.
I'm so disappointed. I really want to blast this company right now, but I'm not even. I've learned not to even do that.
Yeah,
I've learned not
courtesy.
to. I really want to blast this company out. It's not the company that you're thinking about. It's a couple of companies, but
Professional
I don't know why we don't pass that.
Professional courtesy.
You know, I'm just giving. Yeah, there you go.
Professional courtesy.
I'm learning. You know, to give a little professional courtesy.
Mercy is what you
More or less.
is what you
More or less.
And you know why? It's because that you have people that work inside of a company that doesn't necessarily do what the company is about. So that's why I give this company a pass, because of who was working. You can't help the bad apple that was in that company, because they don't really represent that company. But you can, me as a company owner, go to the company and say, hey, listen, this is what happened to me. I'm a company owner as well, so whoever did the wrongdoing to me needs to be reprimanded. And I think I get a little bit of glory out of that by letting them know. Listen, Listen.
You what?
Listen, this is what happened to me. This is what happened to me and our company, and
Right.
you should
look into this.
You should look deeper into this.
It's like this is happening at your shop, not mine.
This is happening at your shop because
Not mine.
Because it may be some things that happens in this shop, which has that I don't condone at all.
Right.
And if had I known that this piece of work got out,
Right.
look, this is what your company gave me. What? Unbeknownst to me that this work got out.
Right.
So if someone, without blasting me, comes to the owner and says, look, this is what your company put out, now we can kind of like rectify the problem and say, listen, we can't do this.
This can never happen.
This can never happen again.
So when there is no other option, and we can't leave, we got to stay, this got to get out tonight. Like, it ain't no option. But we are already beat. It done been a day, it done been a week, but this still got to happen. So where do you bring that gumption from to still get
well, you gotta live with some. You gotta live with some of it. You gotta live with some of it, and that's just the reality of the nature of the game. You gotta live with some of it, and as we grow and get more efficient, then those things will start to diminish.
What do you mean? So,
just think about like with technology.
Mm-hmm.
How it has come to us and made our jobs a little bit easier. They have programs that can help you with workflow, and as time progresses, technology will help us out a little bit more. We just got to stay in the game. If we stay in the game, things gonna get better. It's not always gonna be smooth sailing throughout the duration of
We'll stay an original source.
Exactly.
An original source of things.
Yeah, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. It's gonna come.
You're saying,
but what I'm saying is we gotta have to deal with some of that pressure anyway.
well, what I got from what you said was that you're gonna have to deal with some of it, but I feel like you were saying learn from your mistakes. If you is that what you were getting at?
Yeah,
learn
yeah.
from the mistakes and level up.
Level up, and know when to say no. I got a 2 times this week I said no. I got a quote. Someone wanted a quote for 4,000 beach towels.
Whoa. Okay.
4,000 beach towels. They
Let me
needed
guess.
them.
Sub.
For what beach?
Who knows?
They just called you and said that.
Yeah, out of the blue, email for 4,000.
Was it a referral? Something like how did they find out about us? I hope they Googled
It was
this.
a referral.
So somebody believes in us enough
To send us
to
a
tell
4,000 beach
Yeah.
towel order.
4,000 beach towels, and I can remember when we had that one order for 1,000 front and back T-shirts, and I know how long, and I know the deadline that we had was really a tight window, and I took the job on, and the stress that it caused was not worth it.
It wasn't worth the reward?
It was not worth the reward
At all?
At all, because I wanted the job. I underpriced myself.
Why?
And
Because you wanted it.
because I wanted the job. So I underpriced myself, not doing the calculation on saying how long would it take me. What is
Would you still feel the way you feel about the job now had you not underpriced it? Let's say you gave a correct. Let's say you priced it a little more accordingly, or even over, right? And they said, "Bet, let's get it," and they just cashed out. Would you still feel the way you feel about it?
Of course not. Of course not, because I could have, I could have gave bonuses, since it was enough leeway in that price to say, hey, here's a couple of extra dollars for us staying overtime, But when I priced myself out like that and didn't, get what I supposed to got off the job, then I feel like I should have let that one go. And it's a lot of times where you have to do the math. You have to know what you got in front of you. You have to know. You have to anticipate your workload that's going to come in. And you just gotta price everything out right. As far as time, I'm looking at 4,000 4,000 beach towels, and I'm like, that's gonna fill up this whole room. Not knowing 4,000, and we gotta press that on the.
It's like
big
a small
press.
pallet full.
Yeah, a pallet. It's more than a pallet.
You sure?
It's gonna be more than
1,000?
1,000.
I mean, once you
4,000.
fold sheets
There
up,
are 10 towels in my cabinet right now.
Right.
It's taking
You
up
see
all
how,
that
you see
right
how
now.
thick that is? Like,
10
just
of
think
them.
about your linen closet. Like, you got 10 towels in there. So I'm imagining these towels. I'm like, man, this got to be like one of those tractor trailers that's on the back of a.
They was gonna pull up with 1,000 towels, or we had to go get 1,000
We
towels.
had to go get 1,000 towels.
Not 1,000,
4,000 towels. They was gonna cut the check, but I'm like,
should have took it to see if we can do it.
no,
We would have to stop
literally.
every single thing. It's customers that's already paid.
So what I did was, I took the press time that it would take to press them, and I calculated
About 4,000.
4,000, and I took the print time, and was like, it was days without taking a break. Like, and I'm like, oh,
Just 24 hours.
it's 24 hours. And I said,
Press up, press down.
I said, no, we can't do it. We can't do it. We can't do it. So that's when. Now we could have did it if we had a little more time, but the time factor. Just check first.
Well, I
if
think
you can do
I
it.
think it goes back to
Anticipate.
How
what you
soon did
said.
they need it?
10 days.
10 days? We could have did that.
I think it goes back to what you said
It
about
goes back to
leveling up.
We coulda
It
did-
goes
we coulda
back
did
to like,
that.
so. Say for instance that there's a drop in the ball with UPS.
Okay.
There's a drop in the ball with the company that we're getting the towels from.
Unlikely.
So but you don't like situations you can't
I
control.
do not like situations that I can't control.
All right, Mr. Leo.
Yeah, I have to be able to. I mean, I
feel this. If I take a crazy order, I need to know it's something I need to be able to do this. Like, push come to shove.
Yep.
I need to know that. I don't plan on it.
Yep.
A lot of times, us companies, we work together. work together all the time. As long as I can cover it, say for instance, if I say I need you to print 1,000 prints for me,
Right.
just because I got 1,000 over here, and you drop the ball, at least I can still cover it and print that 1,000.
Right.
You know, I got equipment that I can do it as well.
I only asked you because
I'm in a jam. So
Yeah.
hey, listen, I need you.
It's not I can't do it.
I can't do it, but
This will go a lot faster.
to go a lot faster if you do your end, you do your part on your end, and just help me, and we help one another. So you may have a job and say, hey, can you help me do this 1,000 prints? I say, yeah. So it's about working together with another team outside of your immediate team, getting jobs done, big jobs like that.
Yeah, but what if they say no? What if somebody asks us and we can't do it?
You never know unless you try.
And that's when you reach out to one of your people and say, hey, I can't do it. Can you do it?
Would you like to share the workload?
Yeah. And you don't have to make a lot off of it. Get a couple dollars and keep it moving.
What do you have any tools or resources that help you not overdo your workload? Like that meditation thing that you were talking about. How did you learn that? Did you read a book? Was it a podcast?
You know,
Was it
I listen to so many podcasts, listen to so many audio books, read so many books that along the way, it's here. I couldn't even tell you where I got it from to snatch that.
Where you find the time to read? I mean that.
Did you hear the order that it was in? I said I listened to so many podcasts.
Oh.
I listened to so many audio books, and I also read books as well.
The last one.
That was the last one. Being a business, like in 2012, is when I discovered audiobooks. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna save my life. Because it's so much knowledge. I even said it. I even got up at church and told the congregation that about the audio books and how much did I think that it was going to help me in life. And from 2012 until now, I've read, listened to so many audio books that it's helped me a lot.
I still don't know where you're finding this time. I mean,
Okay,
there's the drive to work.
Here,
That's all you got.
Just think, I don't even listen to music in my car.
Okay.
The only time I listen to music is if somebody else gets in my car and I know they just don't want to hear what I'm listening to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm pushing buttons like, what y'all?
What's the right station?
WGLB. It's the last thing that I knew about, or I just don't listen to music. I don't have time for it.
So you telling me?
He replaced music with audiobooks.
Yeah, but a life without music?
I mean,
Well, that's just in the car because like I can't read. So now if I'm at home and I want to listen to some music and I'm chilling in my spot, I'll turn on some music. I'm not going to listen. And
That's the wind down time you were talking about?
That's the wind down where I listen to some music, or on the weekends when I'm cleaning up, I listen to music. Because I can't listen to like audio books and cleaning up because I need to be focused. I need to be sitting in one spot and I need to be soaking it.
That's really the question I'm asking you. I just can't imagine the time where because I can out of everything that's going, when life be lifing, man, I just don't know where you're finding, especially you, finding this time to sit down and listen to an audiobook. Or
What are you doing? What are you doing when you're in the car? Nothing.
smoke. Okay.
Even if you were smoking. Even if you were smoking.
I can't.
He's not listening to audiobook, I can tell you
I
that
mean, I'm
much.
still trying to focus on the road. I'm still I don't know anything where you're saying that you could just deeply engage into this.
Bro, I done passed up my place that I'm supposed to be going plenty of times because I'm so deeply engaged into what the author is saying.
I haven't listened to any audiobooks though, so it's something that I can't. It may be something I just don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've never done it.
It's just voice acting.
Yeah,
That's all they're doing.
You did it?
That's
You
all
listen to
they're doing
audiobooks?
That's all they're doing is voice acting.
But you listen to audiobooks.
I have before.
See, I've never done it.
A long time ago. But
yeah. So,
it's just they're just voice acting, man. It's just
But you can't think of any authors or any audiobooks that you would recommend.
oh, I got a ton of them.
What's your top three
I got a ton of them.
for dealing with taking in too much?
Here, let me give you some. Let me go into my library here.
You have a library?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So right now
Yeah. What are you listening
I'm
to
listening to now, this is really, really deep. It's called The Seat of the Soul.
now? That does sound deep.
It's a really, really deep book. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. One of my favorites. Outwitting the Devil. Now, I actually had to buy that book because the audio book was so good. Like anytime the book is really good, like the audio book is good, I'll buy the book and study the book as well so I can get that deep, deep understanding of it.
What do you get from the book that you're not getting from the audio?
Reading,
you retain
and
more
listening.
reading a hard copy.
Yeah, you just retain more when you're reading. Audio is good, and it's better than nothing.
True.
So if you don't have the time, I would suggest you just go with the audio book. But I find time anytime that in my home, the bathroom. If I got 5 minutes or 10 minutes in that bathroom, and it's going to be a book right there that I can just flip through the pages and actually retain some of that.
Or some
information.
magazines.
Or a magazine. Yeah. In the field that I'm in, it's magazines in the bathroom in there. Let me see.
In the throne room.
One of the this is an old book. How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's a really old book.
How many audiobooks are you listening to like a year? Oh, you was playing it?
Oh yeah. Now, how many audiobooks do I listen to a year? What I do is, okay, so I had so many audiobooks and I was confined with all this information.
Right.
What I did was I stopped my subscription just to go back and revisit a lot of the audio books, because when you read them, you tend to forget. I keep saying read, but when you listen to them, you tend to forget a lot of it. And revisiting those books kind of helps you out and keeps you on track. You can't just like listen to them and then like forget about it. You got to revisit it so it gets ingrained into your psyche.
Now, how are you? Now, you're pretty good with it. If you'll tell me I need to take a break or walk outside or how are you reading people like that to tell when they're either fatigued or about to spaz or? Because you just are there to tell signs. Like how are you doing that?
It's just language. Everything is language.
What you mean by that?
Body language.
Body language, how you're squinting your eyes could show fatigue. How you're slumped over could show something.
How you communicate.
How you're communicating with others. How you may look at someone. Just anything. Anything and everything. Anything and everything. And not to mention, I mean, we're magnetic beings, electrical beings. We can feel each other. You just pay attention.
And what do you do when you feel like you're overwhelmed?
Music a lot of times. But sometimes to go along with what Clay said, I'll do it in reverse. He does the audiobook, but I'll go and listen to like a soundtrack of one of my favorite movies. A movie that I'm so familiar with because I love it so much. It's automatically going to put me in a good mood. Listening to the soundtrack. Now, to the soundtrack, I can pinpoint in the movie where I am or where the soundtrack is. So it's almost like watching the movie in your head without watching it, just by listening to music.
And that just keeps you pushing?
You know how many times I've listened to the Mummy soundtrack and knew exactly which scene I was on in the movie and can quote the doggone dialogue just by sitting there pressing shirts?
No.
I think good music can kind of push you through tough time. When just think about when you go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine forgetting your headphones?
Dog. That's it. Let one of my headphones die.
So if you're in a groove, and you're working, it kind of like it pushes you.
Gives you that energetic boost.
It gives you that.
You feed on the energy of the music.
Yeah.
You feed on it.
So I encourage music, but the only thing about music is if you got your headphones in, I always say one in and one out, so we can still communicate with the team. Because if you're so focused, on what you're doing and you can't hear,
I'm getting to a point where I could see you looking now, and automatically when I see you looking, you probably need something.
Yeah, but if
I'm like
behind you, if I'm behind you.
You usually tap on me.
I gotta.
You tap on me just like you would do with
anybody.
Tell
Niles this in front of you.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't. I mean, the plus is you don't have to move from your spot.
Yeah,
you don't have to move.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys do about time management?
The proper plan. You have to plan it out.
What I mean by that, well, not just here, but I mean, I guess anywhere. But let's just focus on here. We got each of these orders is a 50 to 100 shirt order. So how do you map that out and not lose your mind in the process?
Triage the situation, man. You gotta who needs it soon? Who paid for sooner?
Everybody paid for sooner. That'd be the problem.
How do you map it out? What's the question?
Right.
So what I do when I got a job, I'll assess the amount that I have.
Mm-hmm.
So say like if it's 10 shirts over there, and I got to press them. I know how long it should take for me to press 10 shirts for each shirt, and then times it by the amount that the shirt is. So just say like if it took 30 seconds to press that shirt.
Times that by however many shirts you have.
However many shirts you have. And then put yourself some break time in there as well.
Some miscellaneous time.
And then you.
So if there's 50 soak-ins or 50 all overs, you'll do the 50 soak-ins first because it's faster?
Yes.
Not necessarily.
You'll
not
feel
necessarily.
to me, honestly, I've done it that way, and honestly, I've felt better.
Yeah, you press. How does that work out?
I've felt better because the all overs take so long. So by the time I get done with maybe a third or half of the all overs, I could have been done with all of the soak-ins. It's almost like a cup half full instead of a cup half empty.
I don't know. So
I'm pushing along. I'm 50% done with the entire order instead of only a quarter.
I have a different philosophy.
Okay.
And it was from I think an audio book.
I gotta start listening to these.
It was called "You Eat That Frog First." So
what?
Eat that frog first. So the premise of the book was:
he cooked?
He probably not cooked.
He not cooked. Raw.
He probably raw. So, what the whole goal is? Do the difficult stuff first and get it out the way. You know, when you handle when you do something that's difficult and you get that job out your way, you done cleared out the hard part. Now it's smooth sailing from this point.
The hard part of this order would be the 50 all overs, correct? The soak-ins can be printed off and just popped off, correct? I have to not only do both orders, but I have to wait on the machine as well to heat up. By the time that machine is done heating up, I'm done with 50 shirts.
I don't know what machine.
The all-over machine.
I would have to.
The all-over machine.
I believe I've done them both ways.
While that machine is heating up, I'm doing soak-in shirts. It's common.
Because there may be like a bunch of layouts, right? They got to be done, memorial layouts and everything. I will have definitely seen myself walk past 2 obituary orders to do this quick layout because I know it's quicker. However, that did leave me stuck here till 3 a.m. trying to do this obituary order when I probably should have knocked that out first.
Knock that. Eat that frog first.
Eat the frog first?
Eat the frog first.
Well, that philosophy don't work when you're actually producing stuff.
Well, just try it. Just try it, and then
I'm gonna try that.
Just try it.
I'm gonna try that because I did it today. I avoided a harder order because I just didn't feel like dealing with that point. I should have just knocked that out.
We all do it, and that's probably why they wrote the book on that subject.
Do you have that in your library?
I'm sorry.
Send it.
I've been working on stand-ups, pressing shirts, and doing all overs at once before, so I don't know what y'all talking about.
I don't think you know what the frog is, and I think that may be your thing. I think you have to identify your frog.
I'm an omnivore, man. I'm gonna consume all the orders and spit them back out, man.
So you're saying just to close, meditation is key to help not overrun yourself.
Just calm down. Just calm down. You don't even have to go into full-blown meditation. Just calm down and breathe.
Okay, so breathing. You were saying you didn't say delegation, but that was kind of what I got from it. But was there a better word for it than to make sure your team, you know where your team is and who could do what? Because to me that's
yeah.
So breathe, delegate, time management,
eat,
hydrate,
eat and hydrate. That's key.
We'll have to work on that. So sometimes
and maintain a good energy. Maintain a good energy.
And eat the frog first.
Eat that frog first by Brian Tracy.
Brian Tracy?
Yeah. I recommend that book.
Eat the frog first, everybody.
Eat the frog first.
Eat the frog first.
There you have it.
CYPT.
Boogie.
You have just listened to the Can You Picture This podcast? The podcast for the strongest, fastest, most powerful t-shirt/print shop on this side of the Eastern Seaboard. You can catch us in the heart of Detroit, Greenfield and Grand River, Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Our address is 14223 Greenfield Road, Detroit, Michigan 48227. Our phone number is 313-273-5000.